Donor car arrived. Eldest daughter cleaning it. So my driveway is currently full of other cars and not actually any of my cars. Don't tell the wife, who's actually playing cards on the driveway. There we go, she's here. So I've been looking at the battery pack a little bit to try and work out exactly how it works. Looks like we've got 24 cells. 1, 2, 4 there, 4 there, 2 more there, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 at the back as well. So 24 cells in total. Each one appears to have, you can see in here, 8 like pouch batteries, I guess is the best description for them. You can just see those in there. And then they're connected all in series, all the way around. You can see the connected all across there, back round, and then they're connected across the front. That goes to there, around there, bridges over, back round. Looks like they use 2 contactors, one on positive, one on the negative. Then we've got a whole heap of wiring, which looks to me to be probably for battery management, because it's all fed back to here, which I'd imagine is the battery management system sat on the corner of the device. I don't think I'm going to use any of it, to be honest. I think I'm going to just take the whole lot apart and I'm going to take these cells out. I think if I try and use the battery management system from this, then I'm going to struggle, because I'm probably not going to be able to send it any commands, not going to know how to turn it on, whereas I can just buy an aftermarket BMS and just use these cells, which are really what I need to use. I'm also going to have more flexibility. If I bin all their connectors and make my own, then I've got better flexibility in where I can put these in the car, whereas at the moment if I use this, then I'm hamstrung with, you know, sets of 2, sets of 4, and putting those in the Mazda is going to be a bit tricky. Although actually I just measured, and these 12 at the back would actually fit in the boot quite nicely, but I'm then stuck because I have to rewire this anyway from front to back of the car, because somebody's going to live at the front, some are going to live in the middle, some at the back, and using all this Nissan stuff is just not going to work. There's lots of other sensors in here. It looks like there's some sort of amperage sensor there, some cut-off sensors going in. There's a lot of data coming out. We've also got the main socket, looks like probably the 12 volt socket. Then here there's a data socket, which is where I'm a bit worried about using the BMS in it, because I'm never going to know quite how that works, and I'm not sure I really want to find out either, or need to, because I can just buy an aftermarket system to make that work. But so I think first things first, I'm just going to take this apart now and get all these out, so I can get this off the driveway, get all these cells stored inside, and then go from there. Right, so I've got the battery apart. It's taken me a couple of days, but you know, maybe 3-4 hours in total. And I got all the batteries out. One cock up along the way, which I'll show you in a minute. But I got all the gear out of the battery pack now of my Nissan Leaf. Just to let you know, it's a Gen 1 30 kilowatt hour pack, and I'll just show you around my office here some of the bits I've got out so far. So there's a selection of batteries here. There's 11 sat there right now. This is actually the rear section. The 12th one is just there. That's the rear 11. This is the connector that connects them all together in one long series. I've actually kept this connector together. It's quite useful. I may reconnect this lot as one long line in series. So obviously I can just use this connector again. Not sure yet, but anyway, I've kept it that way. Just really interesting though, because this is one of the batteries I'm using out of my RX8 currently. Well, it's one spare that I've got, and this is a module at the Leaf. This module has 10% higher capacity than this. This has got about 1150 watt hours. This has got 1250 watt hours. But the really significant things are, this pack weighs 8 kilos, this weighs 16 kilos, so not only is it 10% more powerful, it's half the weight. But also it's only a third of the volume, so I'm going to really be able to put a lot more of these in the front of the car. Might not need to put any in where the fuel tank was. I was going to put some in the fuel tank, but I think actually I'm going to be able to load the weight across the front and back of the car a lot better with these. Some other stuff I've got out. These are, I've seen online that other people say these are heat plates, so these are on top of a couple of the sections of batteries. I don't think they are heat plates, to be honest, because these 12 in the rear of the pack, they had no plates at all. These are all stacked alongside each other, and nothing in between them, nothing on the top of them, nothing on the bottom of them. So if you can have 12 of those all lined up together, then I can't believe these are heat plates for the 2s and 4s at the front of the pack. I can only think therefore structure or rigidity. I actually don't know, but I don't think so, because you'd need cooling for the 12 if that was what they are. This is that's underneath the front panels. Again, I don't know if they are heat plates or not, but these were underneath the front batteries and these were on top. But as I say, there was nothing under the rear 12, so we'll soon see how hot they get when I'm using them. But at the moment, I don't think I'm going to need anything at all. I've kept all the wiring looms that went in the battery. This is all for the battery management system, and this here is the battery management system. It's really light, it weighs absolutely nothing at all. Got all the connectors on there. I don't think I'm going to use it, but I've got it. It's been stripped out. Intermingled with this video, I've got some photos, so I'll pop those up as I'm chatting away here. I haven't done a big video on me taking the thing apart. It's not that exciting, to be honest. That is all the bolts. It weighs a ton. I don't think you really want to see me just undoing bolts and bolts and bolts. There's some pictures. I've stick them up as I'm doing this video. I did make one cock up whilst I was doing it. One cell here. I really annoyed myself being really careful, and managed to damage one of the blooming connectors. I'm not perfect, I make mistakes, and I got a bit lazy, to be honest. I was undoing everything by hand, and I then decided I'd use my power drill. Was using that quite merrily, and at some point, somehow, I've managed to put it on tighten, not loosen. Just went to do the next one, and it's just ripped it apart, because obviously there's no torque setting on these, and it just ripped it. Very annoyed with myself that I've done that. It's repairable, the battery still works, it's not burst any cells or done anything nasty inside, so I should hopefully be able to repair this and get it into a situation where I can then put this nut back behind it, and make it work again. But I annoyed myself, but then again, you know, as I say, we make mistakes doing these things. I'm not perfect, and I don't hide behind them either. A load of copper. These are all the copper connectors for the 2s and 4s at the front. The copper connectors there for the rear are all still in that band. I've actually dismantled everything. I've got everything out the car. These are the grommet for the front connectors. I've got over here as well. This is really handy. This device has got the 2 contactors in it, dumb and dumb, so I'll have those contactors out. I'll be able to use those either in this project or another one. I've already got my dual contactor in my RX8, and I'll probably carry on using that for now. Got this, which is a magnet. One of the copper runs went through it, so I'd imagine that's something to do with noise, keeping noise levels down. But if I can use that, I will do. I'll keep that there as well. And a couple of cables, a couple of orange cables under there. I've just stashed with my old copper cable that I've got currently as well. So I've taken everything out. As I say, I've got some pictures that I've put up as well. And well, that's it. It's stripped down. I'm going to just do some testing on these batteries and see what I get from them. So that's the first stage done. I've taken the battery cell out of the Nissan, I've opened it up, got all the actual individual cells out now. That's a pretty big challenge. I'm pretty happy I've done that in a couple of days. And now I can just start doing some testing, measuring, start to work out where I'm going to put these batteries in the car for the new motor. Thanks for watching. I must admit, when I first made my first YouTube video about the original RX8 that I've got, it was really more for me to document it, to see how I'd done, and as I started to change it, I didn't want to lose the fact that I'd actually finished a working car. I'm quite surprised by the number of people that like what I've done and are watching it and giving me messages and encouragement and support, and that's all brilliant, and I thank you all for that. And if you want to carry on watching what I'm doing, I will document as much as I can. I'm not saying it's all going to be video, it might be some pictures and me just giving you an update of how it's going. And so subscribe and let's see where this goes.